All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to another Slimy Sky Memories video. So the stream just ended, both my stream and the actual live stream, and we have the new stuff for the second anniversary. So, I don't think I'm gonna be able to go back. Hold on, let me reload this. But basically, new stream stuff ended. Yeah, it looks like I can't go back, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not gonna lie. I think me and well, not I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but basically, um, this stuff didn't really feel too exciting, but they did show the new trailer and stuff for the new OVA, which is coming out, which is gonna be great. It looks really good. I'm not gonna play it or anything because I might get copyrighted. But it looks nice. But we're just gonna go through the developer's diary because this aired pretty early, and we got to see all the new units before they like showed it. But let's go over some stuff really quickly. So we have a new area, Bamboo Forest. I think this is like the new like riverfront and stuff like that, where you can like go to a separate area and you can build this out and have access to it. So the foot bath is going to increase the effects of the hot spring, and then this will produce EX ability release crystals, which is really nice. You just build that passively over time, and that's going to be great, especially because a lot of the tickets are locked. Like you get one a day, but they're mostly locked behind money packs. So that's going to be great that you can get that for free. And then they'd have the new opening song, the collab song Monogram by Stereo Dive Foundation. I believe it's the same guy who made the original, like the two songs that they had previously. And the new video, they didn't show it in the stream. It's going to be implemented mid-November. I don't know why mid-November, but maybe that's when the song comes out as well. They did say that the opening is going to show, like when you open the game, it's going to be playing the opening for the new OVA. And we have this. So they just dropped this out of nowhere. But this art is done by Mitzvah, and it's the new design for Shinsha in the main story. She looks so good. Like who did she absorb? You know, like she looks really, really good. I don't know what this is. It like a weird tail thing, but overall she looks insane. I'm hoping we can get her as a character at some point, like pretty soon. I think if they drop this as part of the second anniversary, like a new unit, I would have been like, boom, I'm dropping money for her. Like she looks so good, you know. But this is just she's just gonna appear in the story. I don't know, as a playable character, probably, but like, or not playable character as an enemy that you fight, maybe. I don't know, but she'll be coming out soon, and she looks great. The art was done by Mitzvah, beautiful. Moving on, we have this. So they actually messed up on this. I don't know why. But this is supposed to be the Mitzvah collab with the Hinata and Shizue. So what did they say? It's something. But basically, it was stuff we already know. And then November is supposed to be the Visions of COLEUS collab, which is the name of the OVA. So this month is going to be all about the new 3-episode little part that's coming out in a couple days. And everything, like all the new units, new events, stuff like that, is dropping in a few days, in 2 days. I think October 31st, PST, like American time. If you live in different parts of the world, then it's going to be different. But basically, Japan, November 1st. I think, because it's 2 days from now, and it's like the 28th. So I don't know, maybe the 30th, 31st. Who knows? One of those days. But they will have a fully voiced story based on the anime. They're having this, and they did show. Oh, can I go through now? Please? Why are they still live? I want to go through. God damn it. Okay. But yeah, they're having a fully voiced story, and then they're also gonna have a new story later on written by Fuse that involves other characters that show up throughout this OVA. So if you guys like watch the trailer or whatever, this isn't spoilers or anything, but it's like a lot of the blonde characters that show up. It's probably going to be about them and like their new king and their kingdom, just to like give background for these characters. But that's going to be like a thing. Did they say it was going to drop immediately? I think the Fuse one is dropping mid-November, but this one is dropping as soon as the new stuff drops, I think. Yeah, our app startup screen will feature the song. All Gucci there. And this is the trailer. I will like skim through it. It looks pretty cool. They did show like these are the blonde characters I'm talking about by the way. And look, they have like a new enemy that they're fighting. No, I thought that was like wrong or something, but it looks cool. Oh, okay. Now I can go back and flip through. Please? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Talk about a lot of stuff. When did they get into the meat and potatoes? Okay, so this is recap. I'm kind of going back and forth, but basically new trailer. Looks cool. They show like new attacks. They show Luminous. They show the hero. So whoa, cool. And this is okay. So this is where they're talking about how you can trade for the ticket and stuff like that. This is the new thing. You can get up to 1,000 magic crystals through all the development missions and stuff like that. And you unlock it at 60,000 citizens and clearing chapter 28. Or no, chapter 20. Or main story chapter 20, chapter 8, whatever they call it, but 20.8, whatever. And then they have this little like mission thing that you can do, I think, to unlock this stuff. And you can talk to Ramrus and Beretta in this new area. I'll Google Translate it really quickly if I can. Please. Okay, so you can get up to 90 octagram crests for first time clear. Furthermore, if you clear the development quest, then Beretta and Ramrus will appear and you can interact with them. And then she tries oh, it's not muted. They try to interact with Ramrus, but then it does bug out. But again, this is the new bamboo area, and you can see when they walk around, when this loads eventually. Look at this. Like, what are these? I don't know, but it looks really good. Like, they do like walk around a bit. It's a nice new area, so that's really cool that they're adding that. And then they talk about this really briefly. I don't know the full extent of what they say. This isn't shown in the development diary for some reason, but it's like new crests. This is Heroes Cup, and then this is like Valor Festival. I don't know if they provide buffs for certain like events or if they're purely cosmetic. But you can obtain 3 different types of crests, like the general crests. There are 3 main types of songs. You can earn medals by fulfilling the conditions. Aim for 100% acquisition rate in 3 genres. So we'll have to see what happens, but I guess we'll see it first in 2 weeks, maybe. I don't know. They literally did not even talk about it, so that's great. And then we have this. We saw this earlier. It was the charm, like imprinting. Basically, some of these charms like will have specific requirements. Like if you put this on Guy Crimson, then you will not only get like more stat bonuses and EP, but you also get a specific type of buff because it's on Guy, if that makes sense. So like normally you would just have like the alt gauge up, but then because it's on guy, you'll get extra damage or something. I don't know. Pretty cool. I don't know. I'm assuming this is gonna be implemented as soon as the update drops, but adds more value and stuff to charms, which is nice. And then they have this, which is main story chapter 22 and 23, or 23 and 24 are going to be dropping at some point during this time, which is going to be nice. Which we'll get to see the new Shinsha. And then this, I think, is really, I think this is where they announced like the story and stuff in the new song. Yeah, and then the new design. Again, she looks so. She looks so. Can they drop this? Like, can they? They have the art fully done. Can they just drop her as a character? Like, that would be insane. They could. Like, we never know. But there's a reason why they showed it so early. Maybe. Aside from showing, but so they have this. This is just super effective. So if you know how when you have element advantage, it will say like weakness or something, right? Now if you, let's say they're weaker to magic attacks and they're fire and you're a water magic character, it'll say super weakness now. Like a minor cosmetic thing just to show like more impact on typings and super effectiveness and stuff like that, which is like cool. And then they have the illustration contest winner. Congratulations to Poyuiko Oekk. They won with this design, and then they did an art for it. Dude, it's so nice. Like, I think you will be able to have this in the gallery, but it looks really good. Even though Reamer is a dude, he looks good in anything. Like, am I wrong? Am I wrong? But yeah, it's a really, really nice design. Then they have all the other art illustrations here, all looking really nice. Congratulations to everyone who participated and all that stuff. Like, they did really well. And then they have this. This is going to be implemented at some point, but basically, you watch an ad and you get a summon. So I don't think it's a multi. I think it's a single for every ad you watch, because you watch 3 ads and it resets at like 4 p.m. Japan time, I think. They don't have a release date yet, but basically every day you watch 3 ads and then you'll get tickets or something to summon on. Maybe it's like you can watch 3 ads a day, you'll get tickets, and then you can save it up to get a multi, and then you have all these characters. So it's gonna be pretty good. Like, there's no harm in watching it, right? Unless you're lazy. And then they show this again. This was different on here. Oh yeah, it was the 200 ticket multi. So it's the Mitzvah collab and then the 200 like tickets. Which, I mean, hopefully you guys have gotten lucky, because I mean, technically I got lucky today because I did get a 5-star, but it was Space Yuki, and Space Yuki is ploopy. Not really, he's kind of whatever. And they have a new force, Coleus Dream, or Visions of Coleus. Of course, Soe and Benny, the original, because they don't really have new ones, and they're in the movie. Space Rimuru, Earth Luminous, and Violet, and 4-star Yuki are all being added onto the new force. And you get this ticket right here when you log in, starting on November 1st at 11 p.m. a.m. So for the month, log in. Like, it's literally a free character. And then they show the exchange right here. So you can exchange for just the character if you don't have them, or you can exchange for the stones. Now, I'll probably make a video later talking about which one you should do, but real quickly, since I'm gonna go for Violet, because I don't have Violet, but I'm thinking that I would just save the ticket until after I do all my summons and stuff, because I have a chance at pulling Violet from the normal summons. Even though I don't want to, like, there's a chance I could pull her, right? So we'll have to see. I want Violet, but like if you choose the character and then you do summons and then you pull the character later, you got less value because this is guaranteeing you 2 dupes for the character for free. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. And then they did skill fusions again. They didn't announce this in the English version. So Benny Maru, his before he just when he buffed his own attack, and I think it was, hold on, let me make sure I'm getting this properly. So he increased his own attack power and I think like crit damage or something. But now it's 40% instead of 30%, and I think it increases orange damage now by 50%, which is great. So instead of 10%, now it's 50%. I think I can just pull up this skill right here actually. Fire Benny. So yeah, so now it's 40% buff and then 50% for orange orbs, which is great. Take it. Rimuru, so he buffs everyone's attack and then he lowers damage resistance of the enemy by 30% for 1 turn. I think it's all enemies. So I think it just applies to everyone that's there. So it's an AoE debuff. Soe now, instead of just buffing defense and then blue orbs, I think he's buffing defense by 30% for 2 turns, and then also I think he's debuffing the enemy's attack by 20% for 2 turns. I think that's what that is. I could be wrong, but I mean, this, like, the kanji is very similar, so I'm pretty sure this is just like enemy attack reduction. Luminous, I think this is the best one out of all of them by far. But Luminous now, for 15 skill points, she lowers the enemy's ult gauge by 10% and then buffs her own by 40% now. So it's much cheaper and she gets extra 15%, which is really great. And then Violet now debuffs her own attack by 30% for 2 turns instead of 20% for 2 turns. So overall, pretty good. He can be, I mean, it's not gonna really be that important for him. Like, he gets a little bit more damage, which is like, sure, on the fire team, I guess. These two will be okay. I think it could be good for like, he'll be good for the new meta. He'll be decent on like tankier teams, I guess, because he's taking just less damage. And then these two are gonna be like, she'll be a bit better, but she'll get her ult faster. But I don't know. Next we have the actual character. So this is the new art illustration. Looks really good. Visions of Coleus. Looks like they just slapped it. Like, it didn't even crop properly, it looks like. But Luminous, Rimuru, and Violet. So we'll go over them very quickly. Rimuru, Tempest, Sandstorm Thief. So he's a dark unit. He's on the new Visions of Coleus. He's on Shizu's Will, and I think this is Fountain of Tempest. Fountain of Wisdom. Sorry, Fountain of Wisdom. So his skill 1 at level max costs 30 skill points. Changes all blue orbs into Soul of Unity, and he increases all gauges increase of all souls by 10% for 1 turn. Only 1 use per battle. So with this, Rimuru is the character that is getting the new buff, like new specific like mechanic that they're adding into the game. And Rimuru brings Soul of Unity. So Soul of Unity is basically an orb that buffs everything. So instead of having like blue orbs for protection gauge, if you use his skill, then for that turn, all the orbs that you use, all the Soul of Unity orbs that you use, will increase your protection gauge, your ult gauge, and your skill point gauge. So really, really good. His next skill at level max costs 25 skill points. He changes all of his own souls to blue orbs. So his own orb change, which is again really nice. I think very useful. I think he's gonna be probably one of the best like supports for blue teams because if you can get a full blue hand, you just bring him in, you use that, and then you can get like more stacks. You can get like someone's full ult for someone. You can get a lot of skill points all at the same time. So I think it's going to be really good. It definitely has a lot of uses. And then this is just good, right? So the second skill is just good. So next we have his secret skill. So at full max, it'll do 320% AoE dark magic attack, or 320% normal damage, and then it decreases all targets' defense by 50% for one turn, and then it does 640% with the EX ult. Overall, I think Rimuru looks really, really solid. I definitely want him. He looks really good. They don't show animations in the stream, so I guess we'll just play it now. They don't wait and then show it all at once. They play it after. But where is it? Is it here we go. I'll just play this really quickly. I hope it's not too loud, but here we go.
This character in action.
狙った獲物は逃がさない。大怪盗の必殺技全部叩き込んでやる。エクストリームプラトニー。何もかもいただいたぜ。
Yeah, pretty good. They finally have gluttony in the game for once. But yeah, it looks really, really good. I don't really have any other words. I think they could have maybe done a little bit more when he flips over. Like he could have used the strings to like bind them or something before doing gluttony. But looks really good. Next we have, you can hear my chair. I'm sorry. Next we have Luminous Valentine Night Rose Queen. Definitely looks really, really good. I think pretty simple. She just looks like a really nice like vampire lord. So I really like the design. I think she's pretty stupid, but let's just go over really quickly. So her divine protection skill at max, she increases damage done by visions of COLEUS force characters to wind attribute enemies by 60%, and it increases magic characters attack and defense by 25%. That's just magic characters, by the way. I'm just realizing that's just magic. If you look at like Milim, hers is Octagram, Demon Lord, and Wielder of Magic. Hers is straight up just magic characters. So, I guess you can just run any magic character team, magic characters on her team. So you can just bring Megumi, and all the characters from the Konosuba collab, and I mean they'll work. They won't have the wind attribute buff, but they'll get the 25% stats, right? And then from the beginning of each turn, from turn 2 onward, so starting from turn 2 going beyond that, she increases skill cost limit by 50 until the end of battle. I think this is wrong. I think it's meant to be 40 because when they show gameplay for the first time, she increases it by 40. So I think this is meant to be 40. I think this is a typo here, but still, that's nuts. Like for free, you don't even. I guess technically it hampers how much you can do all at once, because if you stack, you can like do 2 gauges at once, right? So like technically, I guess you could do more, but this is just like for like you can get started to build up the skill points faster, easier, I guess. It's pretty interesting. Like I guess now I thought it was really good, but I guess the more I'm reading it now, it could maybe be a little bit iffy. But we'll have to like actually test her out before seeing how good it is. But her actual skill, she increases Visions of COLEUS and Octagram Demon Lord Force characters attack till the end of battle by 12%. Unlimited, so she infinitely stacks. Increases all allies' synergy rate by 100% for 1 turn. Synergy, they explain down here, is a portion of the support character's attack will be added to the damage dealt. and then she increases blue orb skill point increase into the end battle by 100% up to a max of 500%. So synergy is a new thing that they're adding where now your support characters' attack stats truly matter. I guess I can like I'll show some gameplay later, but you'll do more damage like based on how much attack your support character has. Like let's say we're doing 5,000, and then this is just I don't know how it specifically it's calculated, but like let's say you're doing 5,000 damage, and then you have this synergy, and your support has 1,000 the stats, right? 1,000 attack stat. Then it'll add an extra 500 to your damage, something like that. I don't know the portion specifically. I don't know how much it is. That's just like it just takes however much from the support character's attack and it adds it to yours. I think. I don't know. We'll have to see. It's nothing too crazy, I'm not gonna lie. You can do more damage, that's for sure. But it's not like it's not like something super broken, I think. Now that I'm looking at her more, I think she's really good. She's gonna be really good, but I think I hyped her a little bit too much in my brain. But we'll have to see. And then this is going to be her alt animation. Going to be very nice. Play right here.
わらわの加護を求めるか少しばかり手を貸してやるさあ我が前にひれ伏すスケアリークイーン良い眺めじゃ
So yeah, pretty simple. I think it looks really good. I really like how she's in like a flower field and like the purple moon. I think it looks really good. But lastly, we have our I guess next we have Violet Purple Demon Zenith. So I didn't even say what forces Luminous was on. She's on Visions of Coleus, that's it. This Violet is Visions of Coleus. I think that's Primordial Demon Lord. Primal Demon, and I think that's not antagonist. A strategy? What? Schemer. There you go. Not the best force, but I mean, sure. So her first skill at level max costs 80 skill points. She increases all allies' magic attack by 100% for one turn. Not bad. Very expensive, but it's not a bad skill. Second skill, level max, costs 30 skill points. She changes 2 orange and 1 green to blue, and then increases blue gauge increase by 10%. So she's basically a copy paste of Megumin, except instead of buffing her own magic attack and doing the alt buff, she just straight up buffs all magic attack by 100%. I kind of wish they changed this. I get it, but I kind of wish it would be a little bit different, but I understand why now. Like I understand. It kind of sucks that it's the same. She feels literally just like they copy pasted Megumin, even though it could have been a little bit more original. But yeah, I don't know. And then her ultimate, she's a single target attacker, space magic attack for 510% normal damage, and then 200% will do 1.5 times. So I think that's 735, 755? 765, sorry, 765. So she'll do a lot of damage. Overall, pretty basic, I think. Like a solid, really good unit, but nothing like super unique. And then this is going to be her ultimate.
たくさん苦しんでよその絶望した顔が大好きだからさ苦しんでバイター次は誰と遊ぼうかな
Then we have we still have the free to play units. But that was Violet. Nice looking roll. I think it looks good. Next we have Rimuru Tempest, Satoru the Great Thief. I thought he was gonna be the battle unit, but they just made it regular Rimuru. He increases damage done by Visions of Coleus force characters to win attribute enemies by 30%, and then buffs Shizu's Will and Visions of Coleus by 12%. 12% attack. His protection skill, he increases synergy rate by 100% for one turn, increases skill cost limit by 20, gives you blue skill point increase by 30% up to a max of 300%. Let's be honest, you're not hitting it 10 times. Maybe you will, maybe. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. He seems okay. I think better than the original batch, but still nothing too crazy. I think they could have given him a little attack buff, you know, but I guess not. But yeah, I mean, he's on Shizu's Will of Visions of Coleus. Nothing too crazy, just a random free-to-play protector. And then lastly, the free-to-play 5-star unit is going to be oh well, here's the Visions of Coleus lineup. Pretty cool. And then we have the free-to-play character, which was leaked. We have a Cliche, the alluring dark elf. Mommy material. Anyway, she is on antagonist, wielder of magic, and the flashback emissary. So she's not on Visions of Coleus, but they built her to, like, you can use her there. Like, you would use her on a magic team. So I don't know. I think it's interesting that they made her the free-to-play unit and they're releasing her now. I think they could have waited a bit, but looks like they were trying to keep up with the tradition of, like, last year they released Isis, so this year they're releasing Cliche. So her first skill, level max, costs 55 skill points, and it decreases all targets' magic attack resistance by 60% for 1 turn. Not bad, nothing too crazy, but still a solid debuff. We see Kazuma's debuff, like, this is actually pretty solid. Like, the attack buff is really good, but this is also, like, it's pretty solid when you add that in there. So if you mix that with the attack buff from Violet, you're gonna do a lot of magic damage. So that's good. And then her second skill, 25 skill points at level max. She changes 2 green to 2 blue, and then she increases blue ult gauge increase by 20%. I would have preferred gauge increase generally, but I mean, I guess I'll take it. And then her ultimate is a single target space magic attack for 470% normal damage, and then she increases all allies' guard penetration by 15% for 2 turns. So overall, she seems okay. Not as good as Isis, I think. I think Isis is still better, but I think she's, like, solid. Nothing too crazy, like, not like, oh my god, OP, but definitely not bad either. She's not, like, useless, I guess. I don't know another term for it, but this is gonna be her ult animation. Looks really good.
世の法則に風穴を開ける槍さ道理を失せろパラドクスピアス勝負はついたね
So yep, that's her ultimate Paradox Pierce. Looks really good. I definitely like the way she, like, cracks, like, fuses the energy together to make the spear. Looks really nice. This is the beatdown battle. You're fighting Hinata, which is pretty interesting. I wish they would just release these characters outside of free-to-play units, because I think a new Isis is definitely needed, and, like, a new Cliche. They could do, like, Isis, Cliche, and the new Shinsha that they just showed, you know? That'd be cool. I don't know. But this is the beatdown battle. And this is synergy. You activate synergy and you get an attack boost proportional to support characters' attack power. So your support characters' attack stats actually matter now. Which, I mean, they always did, but, like, you would want to get the highest now. But I don't know if the synergy is gonna add that big of a change, like, to how much damage you do. I'm not actually sure, but we'll see. And then here's the super weak point that we were talking about, and they have the bingo missions, so you get a free copy of Luminous if you pull her. Well, everyone gets it, but, like, you know, you'll actually get to use it if you pull a copy of her. And here's the ticket, and here's the login bonus, and that's it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this video is like 34 minutes long, but, like, they really didn't introduce any new content aside from the normal stuff. It really doesn't feel like a second anniversary, which is a little bit disappointing in my opinion. I think a lot of people on stream as well were saying that, like, is this really it? You know, like, you know, there's nothing else new. But I think they kind of, like, introduced too much in the second a stream 2 weeks ago, 2 to 3 weeks ago. And then here's some gameplay. I guess we can watch a little bit. Well, this is when they did like the alts and stuff, but let me go back. Can I find when Rimuru pops his skill? I just want to show you guys the battle, like the soul of unity. And then the stage starts out with 2 green that you need to change into 2 blue. So I think it's right here. I don't, why is it buffering? Okay, here's where he ults. I need, yeah, please. There's a little bit before this, the turn before. Okay, so you can see we have a full hand of blues, and then you pop his skill, and then it changes them all into the Soul of Unity. And as you pop these, you see it buffs everything. It buffs his ult gauge, skill points, and it buffs this. So it's pretty insane. I really like it. I think it's gonna be really good. On any like team, I think you gotta be careful of timing it, because you can get a lot of skill points, but like you're gonna end up with like this, and you have like you need to like waste a turn to get her ultimate. But you can also bring like on this particular team, if this happens and like you need their ults, you can swap in the Earth Rimuru at some point, and then just use his skill to get you the extra that you need for your ultimate, and then just like swap one of them away, you know. So yeah, Earth Rimuru stocks going up, I guess, a little bit. But outside of this, that's pretty much it. They don't really announce anything else. They do some voice line stuff. They do like some voice lines from like the story mode, like the little quest that they're bringing with the collaboration with Visions of Coleus. They do some Jenga and things, introduce some merch. I do want to point this out at the end. Yeah, no, that's him talking about some stuff. Where do they? I wish it would show. Like, I don't exactly know where I'm clicking right now. Is it here? Where is it? I think a little bit after this. Because I'm paused. They're talking. Where's the merch? Maybe it's a little bit back here. Let me find it really quickly. Okay, so they're showing the new light novel coming out in a couple days. This is volume 21. I think English version is on like volume 16 or 17. I have no idea who this is. Please don't spoil or anything, but it definitely looks like he looks cool. Definitely looks very interesting. And then they have this. You know me, I gotta get this. This releases December 4th, 2023. A little bit unfortunate, because depending on when it comes, I won't be here to open it. But we have 2 packs, so we have Summer Memories, and then we have all of these. It goes up until Otherworld Legend, which is really cool because I mean, Fedora, they have Valkyrie, Rimuru here. Looks like it's a different flavor. It's chocolate now. I didn't even realize that. But I definitely want to get one of these, so I guess expect an opening soon. I say soon, but in like 2 months, whenever they drop and I actually get them. And I still have some of the other ones. I don't know what to do with it. It's too many wafers for me to like eat, and I think they expired. But yeah, these are gonna be fun to open. And then they showed some figures, and look, you can see like the Violet Luminous and then the Valkyrie Rimuru, all like secret rares and stuff like that, new figures, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's basically it. Nothing super crazy, unfortunately. Again, if you guys forgot and somehow you're still watching to the end here, these new units drop in a couple of days. I don't know if I'll be live. If I am live to summon for them, then it'll probably be a little bit late, like maybe an hour or two late, but we will have to see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe button down below. This stream was fun. Thank you all for all of you that came out. I really appreciate it. We had fun watching it. It's definitely weird for me to put two side by side. Maybe I'll just keep doing that in the future, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you guys are excited for the second anniversary, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.